Okay, we are in the garage and there is a lot of garage storage. Just a lot of garage storage. I took a still image, but all this, I mean, when I say this, I mean the cart, I mean the bicycle, I mean the dresser, I mean the vacuum cleaner. All this was piled up next to all this equipment. And so I was able to move it. And my letter of intent, you know, noted that this needed to be moved because I need to be able to inspect it. And so I shouldn't have put my hands on it, but I did not change the value or the condition of anything. Okay, I did not break anything, and I wouldn't have been responsible had I done that. But I'm not putting it back for two reasons. One, I wasn't supposed to touch it the first time. Very unprofessional. Okay, so, and I don't want to break anything. If I didn't break anything this time, it doesn't mean I just, just because I can break something doesn't mean that I want to break something. And I don't know where the sellers are going to put their stuff back to. They may want to rearrange. I would. So out of courtesy for their aesthetics, I think is the right thing. I'm just trying to do the right thing. But that's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. We're here for the garage overhead door. It's a metal panel door. Okay, this is the door and the door opener. It's plugged in right up here. Okay, I get that. This light should have a protective cover on it. And that's a recent code improvement. But, okay, our door is slightly ajar because we tried the emergency release and we know that the spring is holding the door where it should be. Now, let's get down, man. Okay. Our optic sensors are higher than 6 inches from the garage floor. They're supposed to be 6 inches or closer to the garage floor. I think it's between 6 and 3 inches to the garage floor. Otherwise a cat or a kid could crawl through there or whatever, but I didn't write the rules. I did not write the rules. Then the control wires coming to our optic sensors, they've been fastened with conventional staples, and they should have been fastened with insulated staples. These staples can cut the insulation over time, wear through, cut the wires, and then your door will not work. It won't work. And so that's why we do the insulated staples. The first panel, second panel, third panel, fourth panel, first step, first shingle, first brick. It always starts at the first in the first panel. You're supposed to have warning notices for spring tension warning notices on the outside corners of the first panel, and we have that. That's a good thing. What else we got? Well, we're supposed to have a warning notice posted on the panel. A warning notice, yeah. A lot of times they have illustration, but not always have an illustration of a child or getting squashed or some other catastrophe. And then over here on our control button, it's supposed to be higher from the door threshold than 5 feet, and it is. So little hands can't get to it. But you're also supposed to have a warning notice posted here. Warning notice posted here, which you do not have. A warning notice posted there, which you do not have. See how this door is loose? Okay, we don't have a handle. And no, you can't, I mean, I guess you can, but pulling on these is going to, these are not, see that? These are not designed to be handles. You're supposed to have a handle on the inside of your door. If you ever lose your power, you can undo this because the spring is working, right? Okay, and then you can raise your door. When you're raising and closing your door, then you would take the screw out. Oh, you don't have a screw. You know what? If I close the door right now, I can cause all kinds of damage. Okay, this is supposed to be decommissioned. Your manual door lock is supposed to be decommissioned to help prevent accidental damage to the door. So, now, I made a business decision to do no harm. I do not do block tests. The seller's agent will be glad to show you a block test. I have baked a block test instructions from a couple different manufacturers. I can't remember where I got my sources, but I've got block test instructions baked into links to them, baked inside of your inspection report if you want to do a block test. But what I do is I take my big old flat zombie hoof, and then I'm going to trudge across here like a dancing fool, and then I'm going to break the beam, the optic sensor with my foot, and then the door is going to come up. That's how we test it. We also want to see if this light's working. Okay, and this is a GFCI protected. See this little sticker right here? I know they're ugly. I know I peeled mine off, but I'm a hypocrite. Don't do what I do, do what I say. I get. But you're supposed to have a sticker up there that says that this is GFCI protected. On with the show. So we put this over here. I also want to hear how it sounds. All right, close sesame. Open sesame. Nice and quiet, nice and smooth. The auto reverse does work. So what do we have? We do not have a warning notice there. We do not have a warning notice there. Our manual door lock has not been decommissioned. We do not have a pull handle here. Optic sensors are too high, and we do not have insulated staples.